Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Game Man here, and welcome to this Father's Day special Railroader review. Now, why is I'm choosing to do a Railroader video as a Father's Day special? Well, it's because of what I'm reviewing today. Ladies and gentlemen, the Davenport Locomotive Works Geared Prairie. I didn't think I would ever see an engine like this added to the game, especially considering its area and region and where it's from. But this locomotive is very special to me because of the where it is built. It was built in Davenport, Iowa, for the Davenport Locomotive Works. And the reason why it is so significant is because my father used to live in Davenport, Iowa. So for this review, this little tank is commemorated to Gamer Dad. So let's talk a little bit about the history of this locomotive while we're in it, and ignore the fact that the T1 is hiding behind there. We'll get to that in a minute. Davenport Locomotive Works was a very, very tiny locomotive builder. They did not make large locomotives like the T1. They made little engines like this. And the reason it is a geared locomotive is because how it operates. The pistons actually do not direct drive the main set of wheels. They actually turn a gearbox that then turns the wheels. So it's got a tremendously crazy gear ratio. Now the thing is in Railroader, there's not really the ability to scale up and scale down gear ratios. So in reality, this engine in the game is way slow. It's like a 20-mile-an-hour locomotive. But if we go to the stats of the locomotive over here in the buy menu, let's see if we can find it here real quick. It's not that. Where did they hide this in the buy menu? Where is it in the buy menu? There's the standard Mikados. Right here. 29,500 pounds attractive effort. Starting weight. It's pretty small. Factor of adhesion is quite good. This is a good locomotive. Compared to the Mikado tank, it's actually a little stronger. It's a little more expensive though. Actually, it's a little cheaper. But it's a good little locomotive. Now, in the real world, these were built in 1923, and they were oil-fired, which is a bit odd. But actually, in the game, you can't really have an oil-fired locomotive, so they converted it in-game to burn coal. Now, you can customize this thing quite heavily. You kind of saw a bit of a teaser of the customizations back there. But you can have normal text, which means it takes away the text on the tender, and you can instead switch it to have like Walker logging, and there's multiple different versions of that. There's Connolly Creek Logging Co., and there's also this joint line, the South Appalachian Joint Line, which I think is kind of funny. I like the way that this logo is designed. But you can also just have your railroad logo on the side. But you'll see here in the customizations that it reads bumper stickers. And I was kind of spoiled it a little. You can have a ton of bumper stickers on the back of this locomotive, including an Iowa license plate that reads geared. Now, I don't know if that's like real, like these ever did have tons of bumper stickers on this. I know for a fact they didn't have this Iowa plate because this is the newer Iowa plate. How am I driving? I'm not. This vehicle is driven by 700 rats. This is amazing. This is funny. But I wanted to show this off in the review because it just looks goofy. It looks goofy. So let's hop right into the cab here and take a look around in the cab and see what's all in here. Now, it is a very, very teeny tiny cab. You do have two cab lights. Actually, you have three cab lights. All of the diodes the freaking gauges, I couldn't think of the word, are working. This appears to be hanging off the ceiling? If not, it's plumbed right out of the boiler. So that's a bit unique. This is a very, very tiny locomotive. I can understand why it was oil-fired, because if you're looking at the frickin' cab deck, you don't have that much space, really. You have hardly any space. So, yeah, it's ridiculously small. You've got what looks like, I want to say, Okay, so it does have regular air brakes, but I think these are the gear ratio bars. Yeah, at least this one is the gear bar that they bothered to animate, but this one I believe is a different gear bar. You can still cut the engine out, you can still lean out the side, but I really want to just test this locomotive out real quick because it is supposed to be able to haul a ton of stuff. And according to one of these bumper stickers, it has climbed red marble. So I definitely want to test the red marble theory. But let's get the engine rolling. So we're going to put the gear, we're going to gear it way down. And then we're going to basically send it to go get shopped. Or not shopped. Yeah, so there you can see the back gear starts to spin. And as it spins, the ratio allows the locomotive to move. And then the brakes stop the locomotive. So if we gear the ratio back, the pistons are moving super, super quick because they're spinning the gear itself, but the wheels are not. And we're going about half the speed that this locomotive can actually do. Now, I love this piping and wiring and all this stuff. This is amazing. To fuel the water, you actually open this hatch on the middle and it flows into the tanks, which is really, really unique. And I love that. And of course, the cab you can open up the cab and everything. I do find it interesting that when the cab opens up, this little bar actually latches into place, which is really cool. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to cut out the T1 brake. Okay, now supposedly this little dude can handle this train. It's unloaded. I would like that to be very clear because this is a colt drag. It's the heaviest thing I could think of. Shush. It can supposedly drag this entire ordeal and not struggle. So I'm ready to test that if you're ready to test that. Super high gear ratio. It's trying. By God, it's trying. If it can get it up to its top speed, I will be very impressed. Oh my God, it is really working it. It's trying. If it can get up to 20 miles an hour, I will consider it a successful pull. And by God, it's getting there. Go, number 6, go! My God, it's really... I might do it. Like, it's not a fast locomotive, but the fact that it's hauling all of this... it's pretty bloody good. Oh. 19. 19, come on, just a little more. Oh, come on. 20! There we go! Alright, full stop. Good grief. Color me impressed. That was not a bad pull either. It did that exceptionally well for its size. That's the wrong whistle for this big behemoth. A bunch of mods got updated, so if you're seeing stuff that I haven't talked about yet, I'm sorry. I love how the gear ratio still, even if it's not running, the gears are, like, because obviously everything's attached. Now, because of the gear ratio, you cannot run this engine over 20 miles an hour. Doing so will cause extreme wear and tear on it, which is not something we want to do. That is not a demographic we want. We do not want to see all of these gears go exploding all over the place. You can see the gearbox is wired in like this. I mean, is it actually a gearbox? No, they're doing it with however the system works in game. But it's still really, really cool that now there is a engine that's actually kind of familiar to me. It looks strangely familiar. Now, none of these survived, unfortunately, as far as anybody knows. None of them actually made it out of the Steam era. They all got scrapped. So, if there is a Davenport steam locomotive out there somewhere, I will start tracking this thing down to find it. Get over the switch. I see to then dump the air. There we go. Now, is the air compressor actually air compressing? Yes, it is. If you look really, really, really close, it's actually doing it. It's actually doing the thing. I think the T1s do it as well. I'm almost certain that the T1s do the same thing. Let's see, am I right? Yes, I am right. They do the same thing. But yeah, that is insanely incredible that it's so nice to have this little engine. Now, if you look at the boiler, I almost want to say that the boiler is a dead ringer for the P18 boiler. But I don't think it is. But I really feel like it looks like the P18 boiler for the Teeny Pacific. Am I wrong? I feel like I am. Alright, let's grab the P18. Let's just drag it up here. No, it is its own unique boiler. But God, I can see the semi-resemblance between the two. There's definitely some things that look similar between the boilers and the smoke boxes and everything, but honestly, I don't think they are definitely not the same. But then again, this is a Prairie. This is a 262, and this is a 462. So we don't have any other Prairies in the game to really compare this to. But that is still really, really cool. I love that there is now an engine that can team up with my private locomotive, the 8441. And you know what? I might have to rewrite the lore on 8441. Because I say in the original lore that Alco built it. I think a different railroad is going to build it now. I'm retconning my own mascot. But anyways, thank you everyone so much for tuning in for this special edition of Railroaders mod reviews. Like seriously, kudos to everyone out there who watches my videos, watches my stuff, and is just there supporting me and doing stuff like that. And for those who are out there who are dads, happy Father's Day coming from me. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. And if you want more videos like this, hit the like button down below, the subscribe button down below, hit the notification button, become part of the gamer team. Um, I'm not doing an ad on this one. If you want to check it out, there's a link in the description. But for today, no ad. And with that being said, I'm going to send my amazing newfound favorite locomotive in game. I'm going to send it out on its own merry way. Thank you very much for watching, and ta-ra.